Good morning. Welcome to the Smart Morning Report, and we are brought to you today by Clarinda Regional Health Center, advancing exceptional care by providing quality care close to home. Sorry. Happy Memorial Day to everybody out there. And we've got a lot to run down from Saturday, so let's get right into it. Before we do, we want to remind you, DTTA, don't trust the algorithm. Don't be scrolling through Facebook. Where is this KMA story? It's all there at KMAland.com. Number one, the TNT Ford Explosive Performance of the Day goes to all of the champions from KMA Land among the 3 state track meets that we had coverage from Iowa, Missouri, and Nebraska this past weekend. And let's start with those St. Albert girls. The Fearless 5, 46 points, wins the state championship. Lily Denton, Greta Livingston, Sophia Denton, Ellie Monahan, and Alexa Lenz. Denton ran a state record 4:30.63 in the 1500. She was a runner-up in the 800 on Saturday as well. And again, a strong finish in their 4x4, closes it out, wins the state championship. St. Albert, Fearless 5. Rockport girls, once again, a team champion as well in Missouri's Class 1. They were dominant, 64 points for them, winning by 23. Ella Meyerkorth took silver in the 100 hurdles, gold in the 300 hurdles. Audrey Meyerkorth, 4th in the 400. Avery Meyerkorth and Braylon Wood, top 5 in the 800. Nora Watkins, 7th in the mile. 4x4 was 4th. Ella finished in 5th in the javelin and the high jump. Rockport, you know it, state champs. Stanton returned to the top of the girls' shuttle hurdle relay scene with a win over Fremont Mills. 1 and 2, 2 corner conference schools going 1-2 in the shuttle hurdle relay. And then later, Lana Alley and Hannah Olson, the anchors for those two teams, go 1 and 2, with Lana winning the 100 hurdles there in Class 1A. First champion for Fremont Mills since Diane Denville won the long jump in 1980. Of course, Diane is a KMA Sports Hall of Famer. On Friday, it looked as if the Knights had won the 4x2 and become the first relay winner for FM since 1964. We all know what happened. And then Saturday, they still won it 4x1. So they do become the first relay since 1964 to win a state championship. Madrid's Paige Richards was also a state champion. She won the 100 there in Class 1A. And 2A, the lone championship performance came from Trainer's shuttle hurdle relay team on the girls' side of Kennedy Huey, Zoe Zadalis, Nora Cones, Riley Hemmingson. The quartet laid down a time of 105.15, edging Roland Story and Wick Counterport Tri-Center, who was third. Sioux City East, Grace Eric in Class 4A won the 100 and the 200. And then there were the boys. Brady Wallace. What a weekend and what a turn of events from last year. Of course, he was very, very close to winning multiple state championships. This time he did. He won the 110 highs at a time of 13:91. He also was part of their shuttle hurdle relay champion, their 4x1 champion. Cardinals also got a championship from Coy Cones in the 200. He was second in the 100. Shenandoah's Titus Stang, what a day for him, winning the 100, 200, and 400 wheelchair events. Lennox Senior Gabe Funk, a champion once again in the 110 high hurdles, repeating as the champ. Loma's Will Anderson, first ever Loma champion in track. There was a Magnolia champ many, many years ago, but Will Anderson's the first for Logan Magnolia boys in the 100. The Chargers of ACGC had a big day. They won the shuttle hurdle relay and paced the field with a 59.94. Woodbine just missed out on a team trophy, but they did not miss out on the state championship in the sprint medley relay, winning it out of the second heat. Also, Missouri boys, the Bulldogs relay team. We're talking, this is actually still Missouri girls as we go back to Jefferson City here. And we're talking about Stanberry. They won the 4x2. They also ended up winning the 4x4 and took a third-place team finish. Earlier in the day, Albany was a champion in the 4x1. Audrey Gibson of Mound City was a champion in both the 400 and the 200. She also set a new Class 1 state record in the 400. Nottoway Valley's Ava Graham finished off the sweep for the weekend. She won the shot put on Saturday in Class 3. Maryville had a state champion in the 4x2 girls, and Missouri boys in Class 1. Mound City picked up a couple of individual championships from August Meadows in the 300 hurdles and from Ernest Peters in the pole vault. Worth County's Lucas Frisch was the 110 hurdles champion and was second in the 300 hurdles. Kyle Emerson of Albany wins the 1 and the 2. He took gold in the 200 with a new Class 1 record of 21.57. Albany also got in on the relay action as well, winning the gold in the 4x1, and that helped them win that state championship. Nebraska, Jade Meyer won the 800 on the girls' side in Class C. Ashlyn Vestal of Syracuse, her teammate, Jade Meyer's teammate, won the 300 hurdles. And then Nolan Gardner on the boys' side for Syracuse winning the 800. On to number 2, some other Iowa track as well. Stanton and FM weren't the only corner teams in that shuttle hurdle relay. Griswold was 5th. Rolling Valley Conference squads Cam and Coon Rapids Bayard were 4th and 6th, respectively. In 2A, Van Meter was the top KMA land team in the team standings. The Bulldogs bid to repeat as champs came up just a little bit short. They had 60 points. Pella Christian had 80. Laura Streck helped them as she was second in the 1500. Jersey Knight ended her time as a Clarinda Cardinal on the podium. 3rd medal of the weekend, 6th of her career as she was 3rd in the 100 with a personal best time of 12:13. Harlan's Lindsay Sunderman, a good day for her. She was 3rd in the 1500. On the boys' side, the Cardinals of Trainer entered Saturday with 0 team points, and as you know, eventually finish up in a tie for 3rd with 48 points. Elsewhere in Class 2A, Kyle Wagner nearly capped his prep career with a state title. He finishes as a runner-up in the mile, a new personal best time of 4:19.48. ACGC, the top KMA land team in the 1A standings, as they rack up 44 points to finish in second behind those Lisbon folks. Chargers also were 3rd in the 4x1 and the 4x4, along with that shuttle hurdle relay championship. In 3A, Des Moines Christians, Caleb Tenpass, a good showing in the 800 and 1600 as a runner-up there. He would have set a state meet record in both and a record in the 1600 if not for, Quentin Nauman running under 4 minutes. He posted state records in both races there. Number 3, other Missouri track, East Atchison senior Lizzie Sleeter for the final time as a Wolf. She finishes 4th in both the 100 and in the 300 hurdles. Then after a group Stanberry? Yeah, they finished 7th in the 4x1. They take 3rd as a team. Marley Hilton was also 7th in the 400. Right on the heels of Stanberry in that 4x4. Albany was in 2nd, comprised of 4 outstanding runners. There are a couple of Epperleys, a Siddons, and a Sorensen, 4:11.76. Worth County's 4x1 team, girls team, end up just 1/10 behind Albany in 2nd. The relay brilliance was also on display in the 4x4. 4 of the top 5 teams hailed from Northwest Missouri. East Atchison ended up with a 5th place finish. The Panthers of Mound City also got a medal. We mentioned Maggie Osborne getting 7th in the shot put. Siddons for Albany. Spencer as well, medal in the 100. Siddons was the runner-up. Spencer was 7th. Spencer also finished 4th in the 200. The Tigers got a medal from Riley Ridge as well in the high jump, finishing 7th. The Spoof Hounds of Maryville picked up medals in the 4x1. They were 4th. The 4x4, they were 6th. Riley Acklin also was in the finals for the hurdle events, 4th in the 100 and 3rd in the 300. On the boys' side, fellow KMA landers Mason Nestor joined Ernest Peters there in the medal stand there. Good 4th place finish for Nestor. Mound City's relay team in the 4x2 and 4x8 brought home medals. Creighton Roop was a 5th place finisher in the 400. Other relays on Saturday, Stanberry's 4x8, Rockport's 4x1 brought home medals as well. And then on the individual side, Dylan Lair from Rockport was 3rd in the 100. Gabe Gebhards and Ryder Heron, also of Rockport, secured medals in the throws there in the discus. East Atchison had a medalist as well. Gavin Irvin in the 7th place triple jump, in the 7th place in the triple jump in Class 3. Then Maryville picked up a pair of medals in the discus. Mason McKim finished 4th with a strong throw, and Carson Sterling finished in 7th. McKim was 6th as well on Friday in the shot put. On to number 4, other Nebraska tracks. Syracuse closed out the season on the girls' side with a state runner-up finish, totaling 50 points. The Rockets were 3rd in both the 4x1 and the 4x4. Palmyra's Kaylee Thompson and Taryn Ottoman of Johnson Brock were also state runners-up in the high jump and shot put, respectively. Ayla Garrett of Conestoga, 6th in the triple jump. Molly Weber of Johnson County Central, 7th in the 100. Charlotte Metschke of Johnson Brock and Reagan Wilhelm of Syracuse, 8th in the triple jump and high jump, respectively. Palmyra also took 7th in the 4x4. Only one area athlete claimed a medal on Saturday in Class D girls. It was Lillian Bowen of Humboldt Table Rock Senior, finishing 6th in the 800. On the boys' side, Syracuse was 4th in the team standings with 39 points. They got a state championship, as mentioned, from Nolan Gardner. A runner-up from Gavin Kelch in the discus. A 4th place finish from Hunter Hawley in the discus. Graves also was 8th in the mile. Palmyra's Colin Hillman won the state title in the 300 hurdles. Johnson Brock's Evan Alberts was 2nd in the high jump. I should have mentioned Hillman back in TNT Ford explosive performance of the day there. Hillman landed 6th as well in the 110 highs, and Palmyra was 5th in the 4x4. They ran 2nd for the also a 4x1 7th place finish for Palmyra. Conestoga was 8th in the 4x1 as well. Class D boys, Weeping Waters, Kalen Whip had a top finish with a runner-up showing in the 1600. The Weeping Waters 4x8 team was 4th. Fall City Sacred Heart had a pair of medals as well, with Elijah Canonico taking 7th in 300 hurdles and Brendan Lemeron finishing in the same spot in the mile. All right, number 5, rest of the best. We've got tennis. Kemper girls tennis is moving on to the Final Four. Saturday they beat Sergeant Bluff-Luton 5-2. Sophia Tigran Charlotte Schwabe, Ella Schwarty, Bella Lou, all winning in singles, and then Kaylee Simons and Ella Schwarty clinch it. Cameron Glass and Brooke Hansen did win for Sergeant Bluff Luton. Xavier Pella and Decora will join Kemper in the 1A. Final four, Waukee, Northwest, Dowling, West Des Moines Valley, and Johnson in 2A. Lewis Central went 1-1 in baseball on Saturday. Interstate 35's Brock Stevens threw a no-no, and Van Meter nabbed a solid win. LC beat Norwalk 12-zip. 3 hits for that 8th grade kid. Brooks Pond, home run, 6 RBI, 2 runs scored to walk. Brady Hetzel, Blake Ford, Gavin Harrington, Drew Heller all had 2 hits as well. Charles Shaben struck out 11 in 6 innings, gave up just 1 hit in that win. Also had a really good game against Waukee that went extra innings and lost that game, but Lewis Central showing they're right up there. Brock Stevens, we mentioned the no-hitter. It was a 5-inning no-hitter, 8 Ks, just 2 walks. For Interstate 35 as they beat Ankeny Christian. Will Goring did drive in 2 on 1 hit. And then Van Meter beat Gilbert 6-4. Tate Jones, a hit, 2 RBI, a save, got the final out after Jay Haley went 6, struck out 6 in their win over Gilbert. And then a pair of former KMA Landers earned All-American status this past weekend in Ohio, the Division III NCAA Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Lewis Central alum and Warburg senior Connor Lancille claimed 14th in the 3,000-meter steeplechase to earn second-team All-American status, while Elmwood Murdoch, product in Nebraska Wesleyan freshman Sam Clements took 10th in the shot put. He also a second-team All-American. That's it. That's all. I had to get all of this done because we'll be back in 24 hours to talk with you. Of course, we are again brought to you by Clarinda Regional Health Center, advancing exceptional care by providing quality care close to home. They're listening out there. Have a great day.